Hey guys, this is Will from PowerTraders.com. Today I'll be doing some analysis on the cryptocurrency market. Let's jump ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. As you guys know, this has been a pretty exciting week for the crypto market, especially Bitcoin. We saw last week we were in a very different situation. We were testing this level here at around 29,000. We were on the verge of breaking it, but we held, as you guys can see here back in May, here in June, and we held here last week. And after holding that, we see a really strong momentum move to the upside. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consecutive days of green candle. We haven't seen that in a while, probably in months. So what that means is, 1, momentum has returned. 2, there's definitely renewed interest in the crypto market, in this case Bitcoin. For those you guys who are following other coins, you will know that the other coins are not moving as much as Bitcoin has. If you look here, altcoins index, you can see here Bitcoin, although having a much higher valuation, what that means is it's much harder to move Bitcoin than, say, an altcoin. But you can still hear Bitcoin outperforms the altcoin index. And let's see if we compare that to Ethereum. You also see here also Bitcoin has been outperforming Ethereum as well. Now that is actually pretty normal when you look at the move back here. For those of you guys who are wondering why the altcoins don't move, that's actually how the cycles just work. The altcoins start booming roughly around 3 months after the initial start of the bull market. You can see here Bitcoin having a really great run up here, and altcoins is pretty much lagging. You see here from November all the way till January, it's been lagging, and then eventually we see altcoin just catching up, boomed, and we can see here since the crash in March. Let me go back there. You can see here clearly that eventually altcoins catch up in February and continues to outperform Bitcoin. Unless we're back in a place where Bitcoin is now actually outperforming altcoins, and let's see what happens. Although people are very excited, we still have to keep in mind that we're still trading this channel right here. Although we did manage to get back above 40K, we're still in this channel, guys. Touch here and touch here. Obviously, we could come back down, all the way down back here, 29K, and even go lower, guys. The reality is we still have to get above 40,000. And more importantly, we have to get above the 200 moving average. So if the simple answer is Bitcoin looking bullish, the answer is neutral. It doesn't look bearish. It doesn't look bearish, nor does it look bullish. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Interesting. Ethereum also has a similar move as Bitcoin. We see here we're also consolidating in a pretty much a channel trend as well. We're coming, testing the bottom end of the channel, failed to break, just like Bitcoin. Touch, came back up here, touch again, but we're still yet to break above, or at least close above 2,300. So just like Bitcoin, we are neither neutral or bearish. This looks good. However, in the case of Ethereum, I do want to see us get back into this channel here. This channel trend, as you guys see here, I do want us to see, for me to consider, a full recovery is on, Ethereum's ready to run. I do want to see us get back above this blue line, and most importantly, this green line here. If we manage to go back above this green line here and actually hold it, technically we're trading back into the channel, which in my opinion is looking very bearish. Would look very, very bullish for Ethereum. So again, this blue line here, definitely keep an eye on. Around, you can see the current levels around 2,500 to about 2,700. Green line probably around 2,600 to roughly to just under 2,900. So those are the levels to keep an eye out for Ethereum. Now let's take a look at Ethereum and Bitcoin valuation. We've been trading in this trend channel for quite a while, since January, and then we had this breakout As you guys remember, Ethereum had, a really strong month in April all the way to pretty much in April, May. We literally just blow out, went shoot straight up to 4K, crazy. But as you can see now, we're pretty much coming back down. If I go in a little bit closer, you can pretty much draw a trend line right there. Now, what happens, and this is important because if Ethereum does break this orange line right here, we could end up back into this channel and we could actually see more downside. As I mentioned earlier, usually if things start, turning bullish again, if the cryptocurrency starts turning bullish again, it's going to be Bitcoin that's going to lead the way. And that also applies for Ethereum. So what's going to happen is that we may actually return into the channel. Now we could actually test. We may test these level here. Maybe resume off there. And maybe resume off there. But I think it's more likely that when the cycle starts, we're going to see Bitcoin's dominance return, and we will see this ratio fall. One last thing before I end the video. It's just a really interesting, pretty interesting chart. If you look at the exchange reserves, this move right here, as you can see here, look at the drop in the reserves in the exchange. You can see it. So what that means is a lot of whales. What I would assume from this move, and again, this is my opinion, is a lot of whales jumping into the market, pushing the reserve back down, essentially, creating a bit of a, like a supply squeeze, which would explain why Bitcoin, had 8 consecutive streaks of, gains, and in pretty much a week it went from, let's see how big this move is. From 29K, it went up, look at that, 40% in 1 week, almost 40%, around 38%. Yeah, around 38% in 1 week. So obviously, this move here tells me that I don't like to use the word market manipulated, but what it signals to me is the big timers, the whales are jumping in, and they are, that causes, price to move. Now, some may call that manipulation. I just see that as, market being the market. When you have a whale jump in, that's just exactly what happens. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something, gaining a bit more insight, and stay tuned. This is an exciting week for Bitcoin. If we do manage to break about 40K, really exciting. But at the end of the day, first and foremost, I really want to see Bitcoin get above its 200 moving average, which is currently trading roughly about 45,000. All right, thanks, guys.